My name is George Madani. I'm a wildlife ecologist, and we are out here on the mid-north coast in the forest studying microbats to try and better understand what the population is doing out here. We're trying to answer a few questions. Some are as basic and as simple as how long do some of these bats live for? If there are any seasonal movements, are the bats here year-round? Do they come in the summer? Do they leave in the autumn? Are there any migratory sort of patterns that they follow? We just don't know this basic information. The overarching question though is how many bats actually live in the forest? We don't have an exact number. It's really difficult to determine. We're in the 4th year now of this monitoring program, and the intention is that we want it to be a long-term study. We want this to go for, hopefully well over a decade, because what we're trying to tease apart is the influence of climate change on the population. How do the bats cope in drought? How do they cope in La Nina? Is there an overall trend? Are they going down? Are they staying stable? Basic things like that, which we don't have a solid grasp for microbats. First of all, we've got to catch the bats. And the best way to catch a bat is with a specialised bat trap, also known as a harp trap. So the idea is the bats fly along a corridor. We place these traps strategically along flight paths where they tend to move up and down quite a lot. They hit the strings, they slide down, they're caught in the bags. It doesn't hurt them or anything. We come in the morning and clear the traps before it gets too warm. And because we want to know the numbers of the bats, how many individuals exactly, they each need to be uniquely marked and able to be identified. And so to do that, we put these little tiny aluminium alloy bands on their forearms. So these are really minuscule, tiny bands that go on their forearms. They don't hurt them, they can slide up and down. And each band has a unique number. So when we catch that bat, we're able to tell when was the first time we caught it, where did we catch it, how far has it moved, was it breeding, has it bred every season. Basic insight into their biology, and from that we can develop a better idea of what the population is doing. How many different types of bats have we caught? The most common one by far is the little forest bat, which is these guys. Of about 1,000 different individuals, these guys are about 800. They make up the bulk of them. We've got a couple type of long-eared bats. We've got little bentwing bats, fishing bats, greater broad-nosed bats, Gould's wattled bat, chocolate wattled bat, eastern broad-nosed bat. All up we've got about a dozen species. Yeah. There are a couple things we've only caught once or only a handful of times. The most exciting one is probably the greater broad-nosed bat. This is a species that can get up to 30 grams. It's a huge burrito-sized bat, an absolute monster compared to the little ones. In fact, they can eat smaller bats, but they fly high and fast and they're not often captured. But we've been lucky to capture them, not just once, but repeatedly catch the same individuals. We've already found that bats that are born in December are pregnant in November, so that within a year they're already fertile and breeding and contributing to the population. We're getting an idea of how long some of these bats might live for. We're getting an idea of their foraging movements, how far they go between sites. Little insights like that.